All right, what's going on? I think it ain't working. Okay. Are we in? Oh, really? Like that? Is it working? I don't know. I ain't too sure about this show. I suspect it might not work to tell you the truth. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I got a few clips. I'ma roll. This is some of this New Orleans stuff. I think I'm just catching on to this sad inside joke. It's a shame that we got the expense of a child, you know. But I get it now. This got to be the Jermaine who fault has been all this time. And it's always Jermaine fault. This Jermaine. So maybe y'all don't know either, and y'all can catch up. Cause this story it's a few months back. It's about 8 months. It's from last year. But I'm gonna let it play. It's not that long. Check it.
That's right, Katie. The stabbings happened in the house behind. I mean, you can see stuffed animals still sitting outside the front door. But according to court records, the father of those two children expressed concern for their safety months ago.
A devastated uncle shared these photos of his beloved 2-year-old nephew Jason and his 4-year-old niece Paris. This old photo is one he now treasures more than ever, as Paris died after the siblings' mother allegedly stabbed them. A makeshift memorial now sits outside the Law Street home where it happened around 11 Sunday morning. While Paris died at the hospital, Jason was taken to a hospital in critical condition and is recovering. NOPD arrested the children's mother, 31-year-old Janae Pedesclo, for the crime. Moments after the stabbing, a woman that appears to be Pedesclo shared a video on Instagram with blood dripping down her chest. We're not sharing the graphic video, but in it you can hear the woman say, "My children is and it remains right." Roberts is the kid's father, and in April, he filed a petition seeking sole custody of the two kids that would have allowed the mother weekend visitation rights. He claimed Pedesclo didn't let him see the children since he was in a relationship. He said in the petition, quote, "She's not stable or providing a healthy environment for the kids." He added, "The mother takes non-prescription pills. She drinks and drives under the influence." Pedesclo was set to appear in court for the custody battle in 10 days. Court records for Janae Pedesclo show a criminal history including several arrests just over a decade ago for attempted simple robbery, drug charges including using a fake prescription drug, aggravated assault, and last year she faced criminal damage or property charges, and now for allegedly stabbing her children, killing one. Pedesclo faces charges of second-degree murder, attempted murder, and second-degree cruelty to a juvenile. A tragedy the children's uncle says he wishes he could have saved them from.
And the children's uncle said his nephew is still in Children's Hospital recovering. He said he is, though, improving. We're now live in New Orleans. Erica Ferrando, Eyewitness News.
That's bad business. That's a damn shame, man. So, what's my point with this shit, man? I'm not trying to be going in circles, but I guess it is what it is. I just keep pointing it out, doing my best to make whatever difference I can make. But it's a lot of broken people out here. They unhealthy. They raising children. Children not healthy. Broken, beaten, broken. Demeaned, abused. Life goes on. The time ticks. You get older. They having children. Just repeating the cycles. And the cycles is getting worse. Because shit, obviously they ain't killed you because you allowed to kill them. Yeah. So that couldn't have been a thing that had happened. I don't understand. So man, it's bad. It's bad out here. All over. People hurt, torn up, inside out, on dope. Killing the children, killing their old lady, killing their old man, killing their husband, killing their wife, killing their mama, It is an epidemic. It is a mental disorder epidemic, a mental health crisis epidemic, a mental crisis epidemic. And the pills ain't making it no better. The pills are making it worse. Yeah, the pills will, if you anxious or you this or you that, it'll calm that shit down. It'll make you sleepy. It'll medicate you. It'll do whatever. But I'm sure there's some side effects and consequences to just taking that shit. Let alone when you don't take it, there's consequences. I wouldn't take it. I ain't taking shit that's gonna get me suicidal thoughts and other things. I'd be careful of them side effects and take that shit a little more seriously than y'all do. A lot of that got to do with a lot too. Taking them and not taking them. Because once you own them, you own them. I don't think you have the option just to not take them. It's side effects to that. Not taking that poison on a regular basis. women is snapping, dudes snapping. Nobody is no better than nobody else, but nobody's better than nobody else. Nobody's no harder or tougher, necessarily. People as individuals are, but necessarily mentally, a man or woman as an individual, they got some tough ass women. As an individual, you got some tough ass men. But as a whole, I think we're kind of equally in the mental space, the mental fortitude, strength, reliance, resilience. If you keep waking up in this shithole, you know, but I think women get more outs. They get more helps, more handouts and shit. Like there's definitely downsides. You're more vulnerable and things. But if you walk a certain way and walk certain paths, you can avoid some of that shit. You can really avoid it. I'm pretty sure of it. If you dress like a hoe, you're gonna get treated like a hoe. That's for real. Now, ain't no guarantee you dress like a lady that somebody won't disrespect you regardless. Yeah, but most people gonna have a better respect for you if you have a better respect for yourself. That's just the way it goes. And you walk certain places and go, you can do whatever, and that weak part wouldn't be so much of a factor. Like this, on a whole nother side note that ain't related. This is another story, but with a DoorDash driver the other day got raped, but that dude had a gun, man. That's my thing. Like, dude have a gun, like, I guess anybody would get raped in a way, I mean, there's a gun. He ain't just overpower her. He had a gun. Could he have without it? I guess. He didn't though. I don't know what that means. Why am I even saying that? It just is. It is what it is. It's just I don't know. Society, man. It's rough. It's rough out here. Just saying how the vulnerabilities that we have. But the women are most likely to get the children. So they're most likely to have the children. And they're most likely to alienate the father. So the father ain't gonna be nowhere around to be abusing the shit else. The only way he can be around, unless he's that kind of person, he's so much of a tyrant and abuser or something, and he's in the picture. And man, I don't know them dudes. They gotta exist. I know they exist. These steroid junkies and these cops. Cops is the biggest wife beaters going. These dudes with authority and like I said, shooting them roars or eating them donuts, whatever they doing. Motherfuckers hyped up cocaine junkies, whatever. Adrenaline junkies. Them type of dudes. Them who y'all motherfuckers. They doing that, but everybody ain't doing it. It ain't able, man. We trying to not get your ass kicked. Don't tell me these women is weak. Yeah, so them alphas, so-called alphas, cause that shit ain't real. Yeah, over the top ass motherfuckers. Over the top. Trigger happy. Point to prove. Alpha. Get out my way. Bah. Yeah, you have a time dealing with them motherfuckers, I know. They do exist, but that shit ain't what you think it is. The bitches is nuts. That's what I know. I had another piece, but I made this long as it is, man. I don't know, maybe for nothing. Let me see. This might be it. Yeah. Yeah, that was fair. Yeah, more of the same though. Just her ass. Slightly more details. Yeah, she pretty much a sister far as I know, far as I can tell. She might be Spanish or something, but she look black. Knucklehead. Bitch gonna blame Jermaine. It's Jermaine fault. I don't have the video, the Twitter video. I don't know if I want to see it.
Harm. Mike McDaniel is joining us now in the studio to explain.
Yeah, we first showed you this video 2 weeks ago, and now both women in it have been arrested. Both are also now out on bond. What's in New Orleans in particular? To a lot of families, this goes way beyond people just firing off guns.
In a moving car at night in New Orleans, threats from a gun are easily seen as two men fire off about a dozen shots, appearing to aim at nothing.
Someone could have got hurt. Someone could have got shot. They just shooting. Like they don't understand what happened to them or their family.
To video posted online is upsetting, especially after losing her daughter to gun violence in September.
And I wear this every day. I keep her with me.
19-year-old Paige Terragano was shot and killed in New Orleans East. For Gentry, guns are a reminder of the law. She wants young people to stop thinking guns are cool or toys, and instead understand how serious they are.
They shows them off on Instagram. They think it's like, I guess they think it's something fun, but it's not fun.
New Orleans police say the scene played out October 16th on Highway 90 near the Loyola Street exit. 21-year-old India Fazandi and 20-year-old Erica Nettles have sent themselves in. According to court documents, Fazandi was released on a $5,000 bond and put on house arrest. Nettles was released on a $5,000 bond. She was declared by the court and put on pediatry.
Now, both young women in this case are charged with illegal discharge of a firearm and could face a minimum of 5 years in prison.
Hey, I ain't working. A minimum of 5 years. Could face a minimum. Now, what does that mean? Well, if they convicted, they gonna get 5 years. A minimum of 5 years. I don't know. That don't sound right. They can get probation. They can get a lot of shit, but your girl already on home arrest. They already got other charges. Anyway, this is just an example of some of the violence in New Orleans. I had some other shit. I ain't got it on here. Man, I'm still working on getting all this stuff together. You know how it is. But I did want to put that violence is a mother against her own child, and them fools shooting, and they could have shot somebody, because I know people that's been shot and paralyzed or shot from a bullet from blocks away, a mile away, whatever, and they still got hit by some shit exactly like what they doing. Did you wonder how it happened? Somebody fucking clowning around. That's what it is. So with that, I'm ready up. I'm gonna wrap this up. It is what it is.